Asked my chemistry teacher, first year of high school. This why do we use the mole, unit, instead of just using the mass, grams? Isn't it easier to handle given the fact that we can weigh it easily? Why the need to use the mole? And he said he doesn't answer to stupid questions. Did I ask a stupid question? Edit. Wow. Didn't expect this to blow up like this. Tie all for your explanations. This is much clearer now. I didn't get why we would use a unit that describes a quantity when we already have a quantity-related unit that is the mass, especially when we know how to weight things. Thank you again for your help. I really didn't expect the Reddit community to be so supportive. We use moles instead of mass since it accurately shows how many molecules of a substance we have. The chemistry behind reactions is dependent on the number of molecules present, not their mass. To put more simply, it's more important to know many ingredients you have for making a hamburger, than it is to know how much the ingredients weigh. It's more important to have 2 buns instead of just knowing you have 100 grams of buns. Edit. Forgot to mention that the ops question is not stupid, and is completely reasonable. As some others pointed it, it would be a good opportunity for the teacher to emphasize the importance of moles versus mass. Wow, that's a really bad thing for a teacher to say. Edit. Thought this was Ask Science discussion. I have violated a central rule of my own subreddit. You did not ask a stupid question. When trying to understand these conventions of science, you pretty much can't ask a stupid question. In fact, I would argue it was an important question, and the teacher wasted an opportunity to stress the usage of the mole to the class. The mole refers to a number of things, just like a dozen. You can have a dozen eggs, but also you could have a dozen molecules of caffeine. You could have a mole of caffeine, but you also could have a mole of eggs. This is important because chemistry cares more about the number of molecules than the weight of those molecules. Furthermore, consider the following balanced equation: 2H2O2, 2H2O. Given 2 moles of H2 and excess oxygen, you know you can produce 2 moles of H2O. Using moles allows us to compare the actual quantity of molecules, whereas with weight it would be difficult to compare in such a neat fashion. Given 200 grams of H2 and excess oxygen, you have to do some annoying math to first convert to moles, then convert back to grams. Mass is, like you noted, more useful because it's easier to measure. You weigh chemicals with mass because it's easier, and because we're capable of converting to moles. That said, it's not uncommon to have percentages which are based on weight. Mass by mass, mass by volume, and volume by volume, meter per meter, m, v, and v, v respectively, are all common, with the first being solids in solids, e.g. alloys, the second being solids in liquids, e.g. solutions, and the third being liquids in liquids, mixtures and some solutions.